Hello, everyone. Welcome to another Scope workshop. We are continuing our tradition. So for this one, we are going to host and have one of our previous cohort participants, Krista, and she'll tell us a bit more about her work, the project that she did, and how it all came up together. So feel free to share any questions, ask any questions. She will be showing a lot of these things. We'll try to do a demo. We are one ocean apart, but it's also a good opportunity for us to showcase some of the parts of her demo. So hopefully the God demos will be on our side today. Talking about the cohort in the previous program that Krista also took part in and participated, I want to start this workshop by playing a little video about our AI video program that we are currently running. Applications are open still today and tomorrow. So we are closing them tomorrow at midnight Pacific time. So you still have the entire day today and tomorrow the entire day. Don't forget and try to apply, share your projects and ideas with us. I will give you links. There will be QR codes after this video. So let's go and watch the video, and then I'll give you some more details about the program that we are having, and then we'll be joined by Krista.
This is a very unique experience of using AI to create various kind of things that you may have not imagined.
With these real-time models, you really build new things that weren't possible before. Scope is a fun experimental tool to try out new real-time AI video generation capabilities.
It's a very nice program. It's future-proof. It's really innovative idea.
Great as Adrian is kind of trying to gather all these people.
Each person needs to kind of show off their own individual creativity. Daydream was so supportive in like every way, so I'm really grateful.
The community is very unique and very inclusive and very friendly to other outsiders as well.
Awesome. So yeah, the application deadline is really fast approaching. As I said, you can still do it today and you can do it tomorrow by scanning this QR code. In this previous video, I actually just saw now that we added, the video has been updated. So great job for the team with some of the participants and demos and the projects that we had in this previous cohort. So for a chance to, have your project in the next video for our future cohorts, this is an opportunity and chance for you to do that as well. So as I said, do go ahead, scan this QR code, join our interactive AI video program. The idea is that we're going to spend the next 2 weeks, starting Monday, building on top of Scope. Scope now has a bunch of different additions and better integrations with third-party tools like Touch Designer or Resolume, and broader support for workflows and nodes, building upon the work that we did in the previous cohort and also feedback that we gotten from you. So we would like to see VJs, we would like to see installation artists, everyone who is working at the intersection of interactive AI video and audiences and trying to build some new and interesting experiences. And one such experience is going to be shared with us today in a couple of minutes with Krista. So yeah, I do encourage you, go ahead, scan and join, apply, and we'll get back to you very quickly. In addition to our interactive AI video program, we are also running our Artist in Residence program, which will be starting in a couple of weeks later. So this one is a little bit different. It's not, it does not run over the 2-week time period. This one is more oriented towards the people who have audiences or gigs, or they want to use Scope during their live shows. So what you would get support from the team. You would be paired with an engineer. You would get full team support to build an experience, run it at your venue, and basically try for us to learn together as we try to understand how you can use Scope continuously and improve your experiences for yourself, but also for the attendees, public, or whoever it is that it is attending your event. So let's keep in touch. We will be sharing more information about the start of that, but the applications are open. You can apply to both of these things. They're not running in parallel at the same time, so there is no like a hard reason for us to tell you, you should not be doing that. So I encourage you, if you have something that aligns with our expectations here, do go ahead. We would love to have you being a part of our community, either as a part of the Artist in Residence program or the AI video program that we mentioned before. Also join our Discord. Our AI video program and our community, they're all conducted over Discord. During this presentation and during this demo, there will be like a little QR code in the top corner of our video for the most of the time, I guess. And you can just scan it and join our Discord server. Most of the news, every new updates and everything that's happening, and direct contact with the team is something that we do on Discord. And Scope being open source and stuff that we keep talking about all the time, there is our GitHub repo. So go there, scan it, clone it, give us a star if you find it useful for you. And I believe that you will get a lot of value. It is also a really good way for you, because it's open source and all our commits and changes are happening there almost in real time. I think it's a really good way for you to also see what's coming up next, even before we make any official or semi-official announcements. But the best combination would be, as I said, join our Discord, use Scope itself, provide us with the feedback as we are building things together. And one person that built awesome things together with us during the previous cohort was Krista. Krista built something that really blew our minds. She deserved a fast track to this cohort that you're currently going to start running on Monday. So Krista, are you with us? Can you hear me? Can you see me?
Yep, I am with you.
You're here. Hi, Krista. How are you?
Good, good. How are you?
Pretty good. I'm very excited to have you with us. So you have a really interesting background. There's a lot happening there.
Yeah,
you're working on a lot of stuff. Tell us about yourself.
Well, I am. I'm a new media artist based in Columbus, Ohio, and Sarasota, Florida. And I've got a background in both computer science and fine arts. So my undergraduate degree is in computer science. My graduate degree is I have a Master of Fine Arts, and so I've finally started to bridge them. And so this is what it looks like. And I'm really excited to be here. I loved working with you guys last time.
Yeah, we loved having you in our cohort, and the stuff that you built, and you built it really fast. You were one of the first people to actually complete their project and put it on our community hub. So you had, I would say, like a little bit more relaxed end of the cohort than others who were building over the last weekend. You said that you're coming from two diverse backgrounds. At which point you decided and find a way to converge them together? How did that work?
You know what? It was the pandemic, because when I applied for graduate school, and I actually was in graduate school for part of the pandemic, I had applied with an installation piece, and then that quickly became not feasible for a couple of years. Okay. So I transitioned to building that within a VR experience and using photogrammetric replicas of what I was otherwise gonna, put in a gallery.
Okay, that's pretty awesome. I mean, I know that you prepared a little deck that you would like to walk us through and tell us more about what you did. So the floor is yours. Let's see what you have.
Thank you. So
we can see your slide. Yeah, it's good.
I had a little intro written out. I'm going to walk you through the Mirrors Echo and the infrastructure behind it, Maestra. The Mirrors Echo is a real-time voice-to-vision installation. You speak into the piece, and your words transform the image you see of yourself. It's running at Currents New Media and Maryland Film Festival this spring. But what I really want to talk about today is the plumbing, the relay architecture that makes it feel instantaneous, and why I think it matters for anyone building live interactive experiences with Scope. So let me.
I think you might be muted. I lost you for a second.
I'm muted.
You're back. You're back. You're back.
So I'm going to walk you through today the Mirrors Echo and the infrastructure behind it, Maestra. The Mirrors Echo is a real-time voice-to-vision installation. You speak into the piece and your words transform the image you see of yourself. It's running at Currents New Media and Maryland Film Festival this spring. But what I'd really like to talk to you about today is the plumbing, the relay architecture that makes it feel instantaneous, and why I think it matters for anyone building live interactive pieces with Scope. So let me start with how this used to work, because understanding what was slow helps you appreciate what changed and how it's relevant to this next cohort. I had a Python script running on my desktop in an infinite loop, and every 1.3 seconds, it would record a WAV file, save it to disk, load it into Whisper for transcription, run Spacy to extract the noun phrases, and then finally send that prompt to Touch Designer, and then back to the web browser via OBS. The whole cycle took 2 to 4 seconds, and it was doing it over and over. Record, process, record, process. The audience would say something and wait, and wait, and wait, and then maybe the visual would shift. So it broke the feeling of connection. Whisper was a big bottleneck for me. It's an incredible model, but it needs GPU time for every audio chunk. And the file I/O was constantly writing and reading WAV files, and that added up. I had to restart it frequently. It was suffering from memory leaks. So here's what it looks like now. No WAV files, no Whisper, no local Python script running on my machine. The browser itself handles speech recognition. Chrome's Web Speech API does speech to text natively, streaming words as you say them. No recording, no files, no GPU inference. That text gets posted to Maestra running on Railway. Maestra runs Spacy, lightweight CPU only NLP, extracts the most meaningful noun phrases, and instantly broadcasts it via WebSocket to every connected device. Touch Designer picks it up and feeds it into Stream Diffusion, and this is where Daydream and Scope come in. For those who don't know, Daydream is the open source community and infrastructure for real-time AI video built by LivePeer. Scope is their local first application, and you can point any video source at it, pick a model like Stream Diffusion, and it transforms the video in real time. You can run it on your own GPU or use Daydream's cloud inference if you don't have one. In Touch Designer, this shows up as .simulate's Stream Diffusion TD operator. You drop it in, feed a camera source and a prompt, and it generates live AI visuals. The Daydream API means you can also run inference remotely, so you're not locked to one machine with the 4090 or whatever you've got. That's huge for live performance. You could run Scope on a cloud GPU and just receive the frames. So the full chain, the browser captures your voice, Maestra extracts meaning, Scope generates the visuals through Stream Diffusion, and it all happens fast enough to feel like the image is listening to you. The speech to prompt path is under 100 milliseconds, and the visual generation adds its own time depending on your GPU, but the pipeline feeding it is essentially instant. So Vibor, if you wouldn't mind demoing that real quick. So
let's try it. I mean, I can give it a go. Give me 1 second. Let me just go and switch to.
So everyone will get a chance to see how, when he speaks, you'll see the words coming in and pulling out the noun phrase instantly, and then the computer behind me is processing that and then feeding that back to the site he's about to pop up. So you'll see how fast it is.
So last time when we were testing this, you said that I could talk about anything. So let's talk about cats. I have a nice cat that's currently sitting here on my couch. It's a tortoise shell cat. So she kind of runs this show instead of me for most of the time. And there she is. She kind of just appeared. Okay, so this is really impressive. You told me that this is not using Whisper in the background, and this transcription is happening right here as I'm talking, right? What was the most challenging part of achieving this? Because this does work really in real time. It's kind of mind blowing.
Thank you. It was, I think, months of figuring out how to get it to work like locally, and that was the lion's share of the work. And then once I decided to, I was like, this really needs to happen on a browser. It suddenly got much easier because I think I had a sense of what just the framework of it.
Mm-hmm. And what's the model that is describing this here? So, for example, if I was to talk about robots from the sci-fi franchises, and multiple robots, and maybe cyborgs, it transforms really quickly. But what's the pipeline and the model that you have in the background that would create these robots? If I'm talking about them, for example,
this is Stream Diffusion running in Touch Designer, and I forget what LoRa model I've got.
Okay, so there was like a LoRa model that you put on top of this. Was it something that you? I misinterpreted the LoRa model, so I'm curious what it's going to do now. So did you train your own LoRa, or was it something that you used that's already been existing in the internet?
This one is, I think this one that's running right now is just a one of the defaults that Stream Diffusion offers.
Okay, so it worked on top of them. All right, this is pretty cool. You mentioned Touch Designer, and I know that when we were talking about this, can you tell me how does the Touch Designer fit into the overall picture of the overall image of your creation and your work, but also potentially about in this project? And I know that you also have a Tux file that you're willing to talk a little bit more about. Can you talk something about that? Tell us something about that.
Yeah, sure. I can actually hop back on and finish the slides, and that'll segue into
Sounds good.
Of the realization and idea for this next cohort.
Sounds awesome. This demo worked really well, and you said like, hey, we can use it to try it in the real time, because I'm in Europe, I'm in Croatia, and you said you're in Ohio or Florida. I don't know where you're exactly right now, but right obviously now, even with the latency and everything, it worked pretty well. So this is really cool.
Thank you.
Yeah, so, I'll stop sharing this now, and you can go ahead. Yeah.
Oh, thank you. So first, the reason that it's fast is 3 specific bottlenecks got eliminated. No file I/O. The old system was writing and re-recording a WAV file to disk every 1.3 seconds, which was great because I could tell people like, nope, I'm not keeping a record of this, so don't worry so much about your privacy. But then reading it back, and now the browser streams directly. So 0 files touch the file system, and no more Whisper inference. Chrome's Web Speech API does it all, as I mentioned before. It's free, fast, and it doesn't compete with Stream Diffusion for GPU. Third, there's no polling loop. The old system was stuck in a record, wait, process repeat cycle. Now it's WebSocket push data that arrives the second it exists. So no more waiting for the next cycle. So what is Maestra exactly? Maestra is an open source fleet management system built by Jordan Snyder. Jordan was the VP of platform at Meowwolf, where she built this infrastructure to coordinate all the devices across their 3 permanent installations: projectors, audio zones, sensor stations, interactive elements, all talking to one server. She's released it as an MIT licensed open source. And what I've done is take the core architecture and deploy it as a lightweight relay server on Railway. 1 Python process, about $2 a month to run. And here's the moment it clicked for me. I was testing the Mirrors Echo pipeline, speech going in, prompts broadcasting, sliders syncing, and I realized I was watching state flow across devices in real time, not just for my installation. I realized this is a multimedia dashboard. So a VJ could have their color palette, their scene triggers, their audio levels, their AI prompts, all syncing across every machine in the venue through one relay and shared with as many people as they want. A live performer could have a phone controlling parameters while TD Touch Designer runs visuals and Max runs audio, and they're all just entities on the same server. That's when I started building Maestra integration for Scope, because if every Scope user had a Maestra relay, they wouldn't just be running AI video on one machine, they'd be running coordinated AI video across an entire performance. So the 4 things Maestra does: entity state sync, any device registers it as an entity, and when its state changes, every listener gets notified via WebSocket instantly. A multi-protocol gateway. It speaks OSC, WebSocket, MQTT, HTTP, so your tool doesn't matter. Touch Designer, Max, a web browser, a phone, they all plug in the same way. Video frame relay, this is new. Binary WebSocket channels carry JPEG frames at 15 to 30 FPS. Browser webcam goes to Touch Designer. Touch Designer's processed output comes back to the browser. No live kit, no WebRTC negotiation, no turn servers. And the NLP pipeline, built-in Spacie that extracts meaning from speech. Text becomes noun phrases become Stream Diffusion prompts. The key insight is that this was battle tested at scale. Meow Wolf installations run 12 hours a day, 7 days a week. So this wasn't a weekend project. It's actually 8 years in the making for Jordan. And here's the pitch for Scope's VJing and live performance cohort. Imagine a collaborative performance where a VJ is running Touch Designer, a musician is in Ableton with Max for Live, the audience is on their phones in a browser, and an AI pipeline is running Stream Diffusion somewhere on a GPU. Right now, connecting all those is a nightmare. Everyone's on different protocols, different networks, different tools. You end up with a mess of NDI streams, OSC bridges, custom WebSocket servers, and nothing talks to everything. Maestra is just one relay. Everyone connects to it, OSC in, WebSocket out, MQTT in, HTTP out. Video frame, state data, NLP prompts, all through one server that you can actually deploy once on Railway and connect to from anywhere. One server, any protocol, any artist connected in real time. That's what I think Maestra could be for this community.
That is amazing. That's a really cool pitch.
Thank you. I'm trying to move to the last slide. I guess I took it out. But let's see. Since the next cohort is focused on VJing and live interactive experiences, I think this is purpose-built exactly for this. It's the connective tissue that lets artists play with different tools together in real time. So I can show you guys the talks file and the
Yeah, go ahead.
website demo if you'd like.
I mean, we definitely would love, not just like it. Yeah, so go ahead, do it. I mean, there's a lot of interest in the community and people would like to probably play with this. While you're doing this, what's the easiest way for people to get their whole hands on this and, try and experiment with it? What's like the preferred way for them to give it a go at some point?
I will publish it on GitHub as soon as I finish the connections between Railway and the talks file. So I sent you the talks file, Vibor, and then right now I've got my personal project connected to it, but I did something that I am actually not finding it right now. If you'd be able to pull up the demo website, but once I get that pulled up, I'll share it.
Give me one second.
Once I get it on GitHub, I'll share it with everyone. And that'll be licensed AGPL 3.0, a dual license for commercial.
Okay, so people can have a fair chance at exploring it, playing around with it, and obviously providing you with some feedback. That sounds good. You said you need something from me to share right now, or where are we at?
Yeah, I'm sorry. Could you pull up the the URL that I sent you a couple days ago that has the demo website that shows what it would look like in practice and what I'm connecting to the Tox file currently.
Give me 1 second. I might need a second to pull that. I'm on another machine, so just give me 1 second.
Okay, I can look too.
Let me find it. 1 second. We'll figure it out. I saw the Tox file. I don't have a touch designer on this machine though, but the thing that you shared was not dependent on it that much. So just give me 1 sec. Just
I found it actually.
You got it on your side.
Yeah.
Okay, you saved me.
I'm sorry to put you on the spot there.
No, don't worry. Don't worry about it. I just at the same time I saw that we exchanged several emails in the last few days about the cohort and stuff like that. So I was trying to look through it. Okay, walk us through it. What are we looking at?
That's what was getting me too.
Yeah.
So this is the this is a demo website that I built. So you can, click on and see the status and change the brightness, opacity, etc. for different projectors, audio, sensors. So basically it ties everything in together for a live show. And then this is the activity log that it's running right now is fake because it's just a demo. And then example of applications you can use this for. So if anyone, as I flesh this out, would be interested in collaborating with me on this, I'd love to work with an audio artist, other visual artists.
Awesome. So that was one of the things that you and I were emailing about. So in our community, I'm pretty confident that there's a bunch of people, even in this previous cohort, there was a bunch of people who are experimenting something along these lines. And hopefully we're looking to get more of them applying to the next cohort as well. What's the easiest way to reach you? So if someone wants to collaborate with you, you are in our Discord community. You are Krista. What's your handle there? Or where else you are available? So how can people get in touch with you the easiest?
Let's see. I think I'm Krista. There's some letters and numbers. I can put it in the chat later.
Okay.
On Discord. And I'm also on Instagram, Krista.feist. And my website
is it Krista 8205? Krista 8205. Okay. I'm just mentioning you in that chat so that you can later add some details there if you wanted. Okay, cool. And you were saying what else? Sorry, I interrupted you with the Discord stuff. You.
Oh no, my website is kristafeist.com.
Okay, so tell me a little bit more about You said that you deliberately decided to go off Whisper because it was competing for the GPU, resources, right? Have you considered any other options beside using the Chrome's native stuff?
No, not yet. I was just thrilled to get it working, and I know that with everything I've got going on, basically, if you're not using something's going to be buggy anyways. But I don't love that it's so strictly limited to Chrome. But if you have any recommendations, I'd love to hear them.
No, I mean, I was curious about it because, Whisper or there's even, smaller versions of those models that are somewhat faster, but they're still, executing and competing for the GPU. And you mentioned that you use Spacey, right, for natural language processing for getting those nouns. That was also a deliberate decision just to keep the latency and everything lower, or have you considered other stuff? What was the reasoning there?
I think I started with just NLTK.
Okay, from Stanford, right? They did it. Stanford guys, they kept like the NLTK stuff from years ago, right? And they kept updating it.
Yeah. I think I started with that, and then I ended up moving to Spacey, and I don't recall what it was, but it was something to do with conflicting dependencies. There's a
Okay.
lot of conflicting dependencies happening, and I had to build a couple environments. So whatever it was dependencies.
Yeah, I mean, that's like the dependency hell that happens. But the reason why I'm asking also is Ocean Radio Station, one of our OG community members asked, like, what about Dot simulates custom taxis for speech recognition? They're also awesome to run speech to text.
So those
So-
were actually, those came out, I think, about a month after I had already gotten it working.
Okay. So you were already
at that
there.
point, it was like, well, but I saw it and I was like, shit.
Yeah. Tell me, what's next for the project? I mean, I would love to have you obviously as a part of our community and our cohort, but you know, it can be a pretty broad project. I mean, depends how well you want to define it and constrain it. But like from the ambition side, like what would you like to achieve? What are the next steps? Or I don't want to say like what's the end game, because I'm guessing it will keep evolving. But what are the immediate steps that you'd like to do?
I think what I'm starting to build in demo now, which is the talks and dashboard integration, and then I can just throw any project into it and display at an installation in another country just fine.
Yeah.
And I can collaborate with other people and just start incorporating some really cool tools in. So
okay, that sounds pretty cool. I mean, you were one of the special shout out projects, because we recognize that there is like an inherent technical complexity behind this, and there was a lot of moving parts. Anyone who ever tried combining two things together can appreciate how it can be complex. And here you were balancing with a lot of balls at the same time, struggling with the Chrome APIs and trying to get this real-time thing. Just for the audience, for everyone who's watching, we did not test the demo before this before this call. Krista just shared a message like, hey, there's some issue with the webcam, and Sharon, can you try and do it on your side? And we just did it once before we started this, some 10 minutes before we went. And it looks really impressive. It was really nice to see it, up and running and being so responsive, taking into account the latency and the fact that we are on two different continents with an ocean between us. So that's pretty amazing. About the collaboration, let me go back to that one. What kind of people, what profile of potential collaborators are you looking for? Just for them, just to help them recognize themselves either in this community or beyond it. I'm curious how we can get you there in front of them.
Any artists. I mean, with this with this dashboard, I'd love to collaborate with anyone really, and just see, let's throw our stuff together in real time and see how we can mix it up. So I had thought about other VJs. So I've never used Resolume, and that would be an exciting thing for me to learn. Right now, I just use MadMapper.
Okay.
Audio artists, of course, and maybe people that do like DMX lighting. So any artist, really.
Okay. Well, at one point when you were talking about, giving a pitch for the next cohort and talking about the scope and stuff like that, you really, really nailed it, exactly what we are trying to do with the next cohort, right? We are looking for people who are into, I mean, we don't want to say just VJing, because that's such a broad domain. Like, so everything that has to do with interactive video, with interactive installations, audio reactive stuff. Scope now has a broader support for a bunch of these things. So previously we did not have we had really like a nascent support for NDIs and Spout. Now there is a native Mac app, so we also support Siphon for people who are using Mac. There is a ability to run our nodes, community nodes, and LoRa's using remote inference. So we are trying to build the entire tooling around that to enable creators, artists, researchers, people like yourself and members of our community to express themselves using either Scope as a standalone tool, or in more cases, and you mentioned Resolume, and that's something that we heard a lot of great feedback about, having Scope being a part of their already existing creative workflow, whether it's related to audio, video, some combination of that, or something that we cannot even like imagine at this point. So it would be awesome to have you and other creators and people building around this in our next cohort. I saw a comment from the Fung AI. I sent him an acceptance letter today. He said, like, so excited to be a part of this next cohort. I'm very happy to have you also watching this one. It will be fun and awesome building with you during this next cohort that we're building. Krista, any closing thoughts? Anything that you would like to share with the people? And I'll check if there are any questions that I maybe missed in the meantime.
I'm just grateful to be here again, and I'm grateful that when I found out about the third cohort, I had actually been beginning to build something that was actually so relevant. So
yeah,
that's very exciting, and I'm excited about the possibility of working with other people in real time, and looking forward to seeing what everybody else is doing.
Awesome. And if I were to judge by questions and people that are posting here on our Discord, I think that you will not have too many problems finding someone who wants to collaborate. Ocean Radio Station, again, he asks, like, hey, do you think it is possible to implement any audio analysis tool instead of just speech recognition? Have you been experimenting with that? How do you approach that problem?
I actually have
Great question, by the way.
I have some audio analysis tools running on. I can share that with you. That's actually a component that is working, that is already connected. Yeah.
Do you want to go ahead and do it now, or I'm putting you now in the spotlight?
It's in one of like 10 URLs that I've got floating around. So I'll find it, and I'll look at the group chat, and I'll send it to that person directly.
Okay. Ocean Radio Station, so you heard it. Krista was already working on that one, so she'll share it after this one. So yeah, hopefully you guys can figure it out and maybe expand it in the future. I share your sentiment about being part of this community. It's a really amazing feeling, and sometimes it's so humbling just by seeing what everyone else is doing. And I had that feeling watching what you created. So thank you for being part of the cohort. Thank you also for sharing all this with us today. It was amazing having you with us, and I hope I will see you in the next cohort, and in any case, being a part of our community and collaborating with everyone. Thank you. It was awesome having you with us, Krista.
Thank you. So you guys are a really inspiring group of people, and I'm happy to be a part of it.
Thank you. So we had Krista just join us, and I would like to once again invite everyone to join our AI video program. Let me share that QR code really quickly with you again, so you can easily scan it. I don't know if you can see it. I hope you can still see it. So in any case, go ahead, scan it, join our Daydream Interactive AI video program, join the other creators just like Krista and a bunch of others who have been interacting with us in this chat. We would love to see, as I said, different options and different ways how you can use the scope. So if you have audiences, or if you're thinking about building some interactive experiences with models like LongLive, Kria, Stream Diffusion, or integrating with a number of different tools like Resolume, or using protocols and NDI, MIDI, and everything else that we have, this cohort is a really great place for you to start. What we are going to do, we are also, you're not building just with other fellow cohort participants, which is awesome. We've seen people building different nodes that others that have been reusing them and trying to build on top of them. We also have an opportunity to pair you with our engineering team. So if you have some specific questions, something that you might not be completely sure how to do it, we also recognize the scope is a work in progress. It's constantly going to be a work in progress, and we are building it together with you. So working together with our engineering team, with with the product, with everyone else involved, gives you a really great opportunity to shape the future of scope, but also experience these things as they happen. Because in many ways, this is a paradigm that is just emerging, something that haven't even existed not so long ago. And having you build with us and push the boundaries of what's possible is a really rewarding experience, I hope, for you guys as well, as much as it is for us. Yeah, so it was beautiful having Krista here, seeing everything that she's built. Are there any questions from the community about our AI video program? I still have a couple of minutes, so I'm just going through these here in the chat. If anyone has any question, please feel free to ask them. I'll be happy to share them. But yeah, we are, as I said, closing our applications tomorrow, and so you still have time to do it today and tomorrow. We are very diligent. We will be reviewing them as we are getting them. Our kickoff is on Monday, so for the select group who gets in, we will do our kickoff on Monday, and then on Tuesday we will have a really nice workshop. Again, it's not public workshop at this point. It's for the cohort participants, teaching them about the new capabilities the Scope is going to introduce, like the shareable workflows, more about the nodes, a lot of awesome stuff that's literally currently being developed and worked on. That's why I said, if you go and check stuff that's currently being worked on our GitHub repo, you'll have the ability to see, what's coming next. All right, with all that in mind, thank you again. Thank you for spending this Thursday with us. I will see you in the next one. Next Thursday is going to be a shared workshop between the cohort participants and the general community. So that's how we are doing these on Thursdays, followed by the office hours, which are again just for the cohort participants. Looking forward to see as many of you on that one. And in the meantime, stick around, be part of our community, and let's keep creating together. Thank you so much for joining us, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye and take care.